Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Satsang. You are that, and let that take over. Let that take over the mind, over the need to experience the impermanencies of things. Because you see, you get experiences only with the impermanency of things, of events, of the qualities, of the states. So, let that take over. If it is that you search, if it is that you want to know what is my real nature, the real nature of all beings, which is always there, so it is here now. But not the here now squeezed by space and time. It will look like what appears here now. But it will not be of the nature of changing. So you can never, ever figure it out. That is objectifying itself all the time, and yet you cannot take what is objectified for it unless you realize. Because there is no two. When you realize there is no two, but only then. So, be sure, what are you searching for? Or be clear if you don't search anymore, if still there is something missing or not. It's up to you. So I encourage, you have the knowledge probably that the mind will never do it, yet when there is still somebody having a mind, so it looks like real, even if it is only sometimes, but it's sometimes too much. So if it is still looking like real, please you expose what looks real to you, or expose why you are unsatisfied, or what you are doing towards what you are, why you think you are far away from who you really are. So, yes. I go.
Still unsatisfied.
Okay.
And I thought it was very clear when I went in January, when I was very clear. But now I'm here, I think not clear at all.
Maybe it's a luck. You are not stagnant in clarity, because clarity will not do. The proof is the clarity doesn't do, because who is clear? The one who was obscured before, the one who felt veiled. That's why he searched. And then suddenly you are clear, and of course there will be a moment, days, weeks, sometimes months, where you bathe in clarity and it looks you don't search anymore, but the clarity will surely go away also, the proof is there, because it's a state. It replaced the confusion, let's say. So you are lucky that you see that even the clarity is not it. So actually you were never clear and you are never confused, unclear. And if you say so, you again describe the one you think you are, the one who is born. You see, we pass our life describing the one who is born. So, nothing wrong with that, but if you search to be free from beliefs, or the need to experience something else that you call the beyond or prior, you have to simply not listen to any movement of the mind. Let it be clarity, let it be confusion now. Because there is no other escape now. The best that the mind can get is to be clear, or I have an enlightened mind for a while. That fades away. Because the root, the seed of the creation, of the expression of the self, which is I am, has not been questioned so far. So now you are free to do it. You see, whatever you lose or whatever you hear that you have to drop for freedom, it's a great luck, because you will never carry those things at the event of death. So you can do it now, before this event, this experience of dying. See, that is the great luck. Because you weep, because when you lose something, or when a cherished thing is lost, that's what happens when you think you die. It's a fearful event or something, because you lose everything. So know that whenever you lose, where are you left? You must be left somewhere. Tell me. When you lose your clarity, that's done. When you don't touch the confusion which appears now, where are you left?
With myself.
Okay. Can you lose what you call myself? Don't go into the mind. Don't go into your past experiences. Can you lose what you call myself? Unless it's again an image or a concept that you will lose. Unless it is a certain kind of state that you will lose. The thing is, you see, we always work with our mind. We think it's the only tool to exist, which is true. In existence, you need the mind. But in this field, to know oneself, to realize the real nature, the mind disappears here, cannot touch it. So it's always there, but as the mind cannot touch it, or if it touches it, it makes an experience out of it, then it is temporal, it will also go. So it's not valued by the mind. You see, it is not, it's nothing for the mind, for the world. When it is the most priceless gift you can ever offer yourself, because it removes the seeker. Somebody wants to take the mic?
As long as I experience something other, I have the sense of I am.
Yeah.
I exist.
Sure.
And one day this body will not breathe, and I will not have that sense of I am, I exist.
Yeah, what a luck. That's good freedom. And one day, why not now? Huh? That is a delay. It's amazing because everyone is the self, as we say, what is real, what is called non-dual. Everyone. But you even imagine, everyone just now, every just now is, I would not say already realized, because realization is that then you don't listen to your mind. But even for those who listen to your mind, you are that. You are that. And because of that, you can think. Mm. So the thinking power became more attractive because it makes someone personal. It gives the arrogance to someone that he can accomplish something in this multiplication of. But one gets fatigued or so unhappy. At some point doesn't see the meaning, maybe even of the life and so on, that he self-investigates, you see. But actually it is just to stop. The goal of self-investigation is to stop, to take any movement of the mind for real. To just be where you always have been. But for some reason the attraction, the hypnotism with the mind didn't allow you to simply rest in yourself as you anyway do. But we saw the hypnotism, the tyranny of the mind. So the desire for freedom has to be such has to be more attractive than what the mind offers. If you have any question you would like to ask, not like you see Papaji left the body and then we were all, I should have asked that. Oh, what a pity I didn't speak with him about that. So, if don't do that. This is the place for all the questions about what is myself, or I know myself, or how shall I realize all these things, or I live this, I experience this, and yet you have to, otherwise there is nothing to say about the subject. But it expresses itself when there is a demand. Yeah. A little more, yeah.
The first time
yeah.
you could see, you said don't confuse yourself for the time, don't confuse yourself for the time, for this time.
It's the same as to say you are not the body and not the mind. It's all points out to that. Huh? Apparently, of course, you remain in this body that is born, but the true nature, which is the same to all beings, that's untouched by time. Yeah. that is revealed is revealed when you don't go into thinking. And when I say reveal, it's not that suddenly it becomes an experience out of this world. It reveals exactly not as an experience. The mind cannot understand, but I have still to say it. Because you see, what is revelation in the common language? Suddenly, I understand, now I see. You see, it's something new, something which vaster, it is more true. But when it is expressed, because it's very difficult to express, so when I say realization is the self-revelation, is the self which is obviously always there, which is always there but suddenly is obviously there. It's called self-revelation, if you like, but it is not in the same way as the mind has got revelations. It is finally the realization of the ever eternity of it, permanency of what you really are. But not as a new understanding. It is by exactly not when it's not caught by understanding an experience. Finally, why? Because probably the seeker, the somebody vanishes there. Words, difficult. So you want to say something?
Not to take any waves coming from there. It's like any wave. It's already a form. It's already something. So
Yeah, but you forget to put I am in the wave. That's why you see it's a repetitively experience of, okay, you are quiet for a while because you don't catch the wave, but I is not touched, is not questioned, so it's always coming back in the same way. It's a wave, as much as the quality of I. In Zen they say, what's your face before your birth? Means what's your face before you grasp the concept of I am born. And the answer will not be in the same way of asking or replying. Or the answer is just to be what you are. Not as I am or I am not. Just to be as you always have been.
But if there is no mind to observe I, where is I?
Everywhere, nowhere.
Yeah, I got that with my mind. As she said, yeah, when we leave our body and mind.
Yeah, but that's spontaneously the expression of who you are. But you see, to really, so that this is a fact, you have to realize first what is the source of all this expression. Otherwise, you will always take yourself as a doer. Once you realize yourself, you see that the doer is the self, it's not somebody.
I feel I, but I also feel
Okay? But it's a feeling too much.
yes.
That's the trouble. Okay? Doesn't matter, it appears. You feel it in your body or in your emotions or in your ideas. But know that it is already an expression, and I am that at the source of this expression.
So why is that expression seeking through mind and that emotion?
Because the expression itself is the mind.
So the more I'm seeking,
The more you
the
are
more I
away.
see. Exactly.
Yes.
The more I'm seeing my mind and my emotion
Yeah.
more, and I want to please it, and I want to. And,
Yeah.
And really, it's like
So,
somehow this is not what I'm looking for.
okay, great. You are right, it is the wrong direction.
But that's where I'm dual, and I'm lost between the two.
There are no two.
And
Only the mind makes separations. So if you want to not to go astray, just don't think. And when thinking appears, you discard it for a while. It's not interesting. It will speak to me again about the inner life of somebody or the outer life of somebody. I am not searching for that. I want to know myself. So just don't touch whatever rises for a while, radically for a while. And then we see.
sometimes I have that state where, well, even seeing and feeling is mine. And when I'm away from that, I go back to mind to observe it. And
No, but you always have been in your mind. The thing is that when you say sometimes I see, is because you are probably more intimate to your I am born, or I am as a person, even if it looks vaster than a person, but it is still an experience of somebody. It's never who you really are yet. That's why there is this possibility to waver, you see. Whenever it's not here, now, whatever appearance is there, is not it. So you are always yourself, but don't grasp any appearance just for a while. Just to really see, oh, I'm not an appearance at all.
all those years I still cannot get rid of that stupid question.
My dear, you need all those years to hear this. So don't miss, don't put it now in your story of all those years, because then there will be more years ahead. Now it's time. All those years have a fruit, is to hear this. You see, I have not to search for who I am. I just have not to feed all the time this rising I as a person, even if it goes somewhere. I know, it's just an expression of myself. That's how. That's how all those years will end up. You take it now or in many years, it will always end up this way. It's up to you.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes. That's why you need the strongest desire for freedom, so that moment you will offer to you. You will need a moment of maybe extreme effort or extreme determination to be free, to not to look to the mind, a split second, in a lifetime, a split second. It's up to you. After, nothing will be up to you. Good morning.
Morning. I don't know, I just want to say because it's happening more often. I see myself, I want to change what is there
Yeah.
to something what I imagine is more
Yeah.
empty or
Mm.
more me.
Mm.
More. Yeah. And I really like something what I read from Papaji. Like, it's about you, it's something like you are not ready or you're not willing it enough you when you want to do yourself, something like this. Because you want to do yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you are not fed up with yourself in the sense of I am something. Yeah. As long as you are not fed up, as long as you don't see the that you will be saved in the end to just free yourself, you will go on. So we must have meant you are not yet ready, means you are not yet enough exhausted or fed up or willing to, not willing, thirsty to be real. But it's good that you see you still want to transform something in your person. Nothing wrong with that, but don't think that it leads you to liberation. This is the thing, you see. Yeah?
It leads into the mind.
Huh?
It leads into the mind.
It's all in the mind. Transformations are in the mind. Metamorphoses are in the mind. All this is in the mind.
What I try to do, I mean, how I understand it, to see what is the mind, or and then it's coming. This talks about like it's very intense, then it's very hard when it's very intense, or
Whatever appears is the mind. Tell me what is not the mind. Give it to somebody. Oh yeah, Rishi, you want?
I'm not sure what to say, what to ask. But as we chatted on Monday, at the beach, again I hear what you say to me. Don't feed the mind. I also see the sort of futility of that as well, in that it's still the person, it's still I doing it. So in one way,
Don't feed or simply see, it's the mind. It's, And then, okay, you do some kind of process. Okay, whatever happens, it's the mind. But what is essential is where that sentence, that direction leaves you. So just be there for a second at least.
so you're saying when a movement is seen,
Yeah.
at that point of seeing, before other comments or other movements arise.
It is still I, as you know it.
Even before the movements, the other comments arise, it's still I.
But I has no comment.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So as the movement is spotted at that specific moment, that is not I.
Then keep quite there as you always have been there. What more do you want to search?
What I'd say to that is, I totally ignore it. It's ignored.
It is ignored by the world, sure. It is ignored by the mind, of course. I agree. That's why one searches, no? Believing the mind. And he calls it beyond because he cannot conceptualize it, or God, or prior to some whatever. It's because the mind cannot conceptualize it, cannot grasp it. And it will never, even if you have the smartest knowledge. It will be about something. Never what you are. You have just to shake yourself, you see. Wake up, wake up. How nobody knows? Because you see, even this question, who am I, is so known, it doesn't work. So it's the best question actually. It is the unique, subjective question which touches the I. As it is banalized, nothing works. There is no recipe, otherwise we would have given it. It's just that wake up. You have to want to wake up to yourself. So you have to want not to be hypnotized by what it is not. So at least learn what it is not. So in yourself, where do you fix yourself, which makes you still search? So spot what it is not where you fix yourself. It's a question. It's because you are it, you see, so there will be no recipe. We can point out again and again to at least to feed less the mind and the illusory arrogance of this mind. And yet, you have to wake up.
Yeah. I think I'm a little caught with the paradox of it in that I hear you can't do anything, yet there seems to be a requirement for this tremendous effort or something.
No, you have to want to be free. It's enough. It is enough. I want to be free. I want, if the wise are still alive, regardless of the history, they must say something. They must say something important. Otherwise, what? So let's try what they say. And that has to be your determination. And they say for every being. They don't say, oh, I have a selected group. No, it's claimed. It can be read by anyone, but you have to love it. You have to love what they say, that attraction. Otherwise, of course, it will be lost among all other things of the world. Yeah.
No, I see. What you said triggered me in 1,000 points. You said you have to love it and you have to want to be free.
Yeah.
At the same time, if I say I want to be free, it means I'm not free.
Yeah.
And,
very good.
I am free.
Okay, then forget the whole thing. You make it very...
But I wanted to share something.
No, you shared it. That was your best. Okay.
I wanted to share.
In the non-freedom or in the freedom?
In the freedom, but it's a little bit of guidance. Because I see also you say about the mind, everything is the mind, but at the same, the self comes from the mind, the self. Well, I don't know what to share when I'm in satsang, and I don't know with who I share also.
Yeah, I wonder also.
Yes,
What you share is what is not. You cannot share what it is.
yes. What to say?
So you see, I don't know also what to say. Now you understand me. Yeah? Okay, good.
Understand, keep quiet. It's difficult also to keep quiet.
But why should you keep quiet once you realize yourself? Keep quiet is a direction to to try not to glue so much at the mind. Keep quiet, don't go into all those movements of the mind. It means that, you see. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything. It means a lot for a seeker.
No, I don't know what to say.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Give the mic to somebody who wants to say.
I don't know, but you said just before the I is no command, and I don't know if I didn't understand right. Yeah, you said
Probably.
something like the I is no or has no is no command.
Really, did I say that?
I heard it, and that.
Okay, and what does it
And
trouble?
I thought,
The eye is no comment, what does it mean? But good, if you wake up like that, I don't care. It's a koan. Okay, very good. It has a great effect.
that's not possible. Yeah?
You can pass on. You just pass on, don't see if it's needed or not.
Okay. So I can't wanting to be free.
I can't.
Wanting to be free.
Why?
I want to be free.
You want to be free.
So if I want to be free, I'm not.
Yes, in that way. Yeah, sure. It's only the one who searches who will say, oh, I really want to be freed from all my illusions. Sure. It's the mind, no? Which tells that. Yes. Where you place yourself now?
Where I?
Where do you place yourself now?
No, the place is just there.
Hmm?
The place is just there then. So I don't search for it anymore.
Okay, you don't search. Then
But what for? Is it still to enjoy?
not to search.
Yeah. To be.
I wonder who is asking this question, the one who doesn't search or the one who still searches some answer?
But everyone knows the answer.
Hmm?
Everyone knows the answer, I guess.
Don't care about everybody, care about you. it's not a must to search, you know. Some search, even if they don't want it, they have this warm, this snake of I cannot live anymore in this absurd world. Who am I? Is there anything? Is there a God? No God? Then what? But it's not an obligation. And satsang is for those who have this pain, this suffering.
Thank you.
Please. Hey Chris.
Hi, Ganga. What is still difficult is to not listen to the mind, not here, but when I'm...
But when you listen, know that it is the mind. It's enough.
It's enough?
Where are you if you know it is the mind?
I myself.
Then what is the problem?
I should not... somebody rising who should not listen. That somebody...
Sometimes it's good to indicate don't listen. Sometimes it's good to say just see it's the mind. You cannot be in the mind if you just see it's the mind. So keep quiet in yourself, or just don't search then. It's the mind. If somebody wants that I speak about a particular theme regarding freedom, please ask me. Yeah. You give the mic, please.
Hi.
Hi.
I notice the belief in the I is going.
Yeah.
And
Going on, you mean? Or
no, going off.
Going on. Okay.
So it's...
So just stop speaking then.
Yeah. And maybe I'm...
Okay.
It's seen, no? So the grasping for I is seen, and
Yes,
then,
yes.
and then ungrasped. It's like this ongoing.
Yes, yes,
It's quietly seen.
yes. That is the world which is manifesting
Yeah.
itself. Be yourself.
Yeah,
You are always yourself.
yeah,
So no search, no
Yeah.
seeker is there.
yeah,
Only a seeker searches in this world.
yes.
Okay. Hi.
Yes. Just like that, yeah.
Just like that. Yes. Right, I see.
Express something and ask something. I saw you this morning and I just, something lit up inside. You're the light of my life. And you say you're there because of my question for the self.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about that, and I still think about myself, except for self. And I wanted to ask you to talk about the self. Feels like expanding, the self revealing itself to itself by itself.
Why you speak of expansion?
That's a feeling.
A feeling is a feeling. It's in the mind.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's not real.
that's what I was, yeah.
Good. You see the importance to express.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you see, if you believe expansion is a sign of yourself, a sign of revealing itself, when it's not there, you will again say, I lost myself. So, great. Freed from the curiosity to look at experiences or the mind.
When you ask someone, where do you place yourself? Where are you left? It's the same. I'm thinking like, okay, then I have to find a place where it is not. Because if I read, there is an
I did ask that to you.
I'm not now.
You see, the indications are not a teaching, so it just fits at some point.
Okay, but can I say something?
Of course.
When I read about it, okay, you are not the I, what you take yourself to be. I don't know. It's not true. I don't know what to say.
It is not.
I just wanted to talk about this I, which is the person, and the I, which is which is about you cannot tell anything. I don't know why, but I believe there is a question about this, but now I cannot say anything. Sorry.
When you take the mic, try to be a bit more clear. Yeah.
When I ask myself, who am I, then all the time I end up in emptiness or void.
Fuck the void. And you continue. Fact first the void, and then you continue if needed.
And then from time to time, I can see who is watching the void, or whether it is that there is somebody.
Yeah, sure, that's why I say fuck the void.
Yeah.
What? What, you want to keep the void?
And by recognizing the one who is recognizing the void, I automatically, I recognize, and through the recognition I see who is watching the void, and that's all.
No, the recognition is to watch the void. The void is seen, no?
The void is seen from somebody.
The void to... Who knows? Don't give an answer yet.
Yeah, but this is my loop.
But that's what I try to break. Okay, I know it's a loop, otherwise I would not say anything. You see the void?
Yes.
Yeah. So I say fuck the void, drop the void, it's not interesting. Again a trick of the mind. Where are you left? Something else comes. Again I see. Not interesting, trick of the mind. Where are you left? Pass on your life like this till this itself disappears. It's like that. Negation. No platform will do. Let it be void. Let it be absolute. Let it be I amness. Let it be anything. No platform will do. Because you are that prior to all those manifestations. You're still searching? You are in searching mode? No, here. I don't know your name.
Search. Sat.
Sat. Oh, but Sat should not search, huh? Sat.
I was enjoying. I was
Enjoy.
I was thinking, it's funny that you asked me because I wasn't going to ask. I was thinking of Papaji right now, and I was wondering, he has no mind, he has no body.
And he was enjoying.
I was enjoying, he was in my thoughts. And for a while I was going to ask the question, but if he's not in our thoughts, I'm not even where is Papaji. But I don't want to ask it.
Yeah.
You ask me, so I was thinking about Papaji and I was wondering.
You see, Papaji is called Papaji as a form, isn't it? So when you ask where is Papaji, you ask his true nature. He's not imprisoned in a form, as you are not.
Is there still something individual about Papaji? Or
If you name Papaji
Yes.
and if you give him a form, it's because you still have a form yourself. Yeah.
Hi. Normally when you talk about the searching stuff, this whole thing, it's touched me not at all, but today you talk about the searcher and it was bringing a lot of heat up. It's really hot and somehow you say also often when we bring stuff to you, that it's possible, you know, when I bring stuff and is it possible this part of myself that is the whole time searching? Yeah, I don't know how to explain to that you tell me I don't need to search anymore to help me to see that it's bullshit to search.
It's up to you. If there is still somebody, even if he decides, oh no, I don't search anymore, I'm fed up and I hear you have not to search, he will still search. Maybe in other directions, but he will still search. So, don't search is when I is alone is really fed up to still have that belief of something. So he hears a proper hint at the time, not to take himself for what he is not. Don't search because you are already it, you see, but you confuse with experiences. No experience is real. Last minute. No? Yes. Hi.
It's like a relief to hear you say no experience is real.
Yes. Big relief. So don't try to maintain any experience. Among the new ones, you want to ask something? No? among the old ones. Okay. Thank you.